Welcome back to the channel. My name's Joe, and today's video is going to be about how I rewired my attachment using meditation. For those of you that don't know my story, I used to have a disorganized attachment. So in certain time periods of a relationship, I would be anxious. Other time periods, I would be more avoidant. And for those of you that don't know what anxious and avoidant is, quick download is anxious tends to be somebody that in their childhood they had love given to them and then taken away, given to them and taken away. Then in their adult life, when they get some sort of love and affection, they then start becoming anxious because they think it's going to leave them again. They think it's going to be taken away. So that causes all the anxious feelings. Avoidant tends to be somebody that grew up with emotionally unavailable parents. So when they start getting that love and attention in their adult life, they then really struggle with that. They don't know what to do with it, and it makes them want to sort of pull away, start pulling back. And with my disorganized attachment that I used to have, I would be both. At the start of the relationship, I'd become a bit anxious because I was a bit unsure. So I was opening up to people and I really wanted them to like me. But then as time progressed and, real feelings, you start to build a real connection, real love, then I would feel overwhelmed and I want to withdraw. So I've seen both sides of the coin here. But meditation for me was the first time that I'd really been able to be present in my emotions. I'd lived my life full of distractions. And I'm sure you can probably relate if you're watching this video. So, for instance, now I'm away working and I wouldn't just sit here and just be present in my thoughts and feelings. I would either be watching YouTube videos, watching films, texting people, I might be ringing people, I might be on dating apps, whatever it is, I would never just sit and be present. And I've learned to be present in my feelings, mainly through meditation, but also through walking. And when I go walking, I have no distractions, no phones. I have my phone, but no notifications, no headphones on with stuff playing in my ears, podcasts, music, whatever it is. None of that. I just be present with whatever feelings or thoughts are coming up. So the journey with meditation for me, so I started off as a complete newbie, never ever meditated before. And luckily for me, I really took to it. The first meditations I did, and I'd advise you to do as well. And before I start all this, in the Brotherhood of Depth group, which is linked down below, completely free, it's got all the resources. So it's got all the meditations, and then you can go on to the inner child meditations, which is where we're heading with in this story. But the initial stages are you meditate, and you do quite easy meditations to get into. So there are a lot of gratitude-based meditations. So you'll sit there and it's guided, so they'll tell you when to breathe. You breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And as you're doing it, you slowly get a lot more and more relaxed. And you can feel it. You start from your head, try and relax behind your eyes, relax your jaw, then try and relax your neck. And as you're doing it, you can feel yourself softening and softening and softening. And then you start thinking about things that make you happy, and you do all the gratitude ones. That had a crazy impact for me. It made me feel brilliant. So much so that when I started doing it, I knew that I was going to meditate, not every day religiously, forever, but I was going to meditate probably for the rest of my life. And at the start of the healing journey, I've meditated now almost every day for the last 4 months, because it's a big part of your healing journey. So once you really get to grips with meditation, you really start believing in it. And more importantly, once you start seeing the benefits, once you start feeling the benefits, I feel so good when I've meditated, honestly. It's like this natural high that I get from a similar sort of feeling. So, when you go to the pub and you have 3 or 4 drinks, and that carefree feeling, you're just happy. That's the way it makes me feel, honestly. It's incredible. So much so it's actually made me not want to drink anymore. I'm not saying I'm not going to drink anymore, but that's the way it's made me feel. So, yeah, that's the journey I've been on. It's getting used to the meditations initially. Now, what I would say to you, because you're going to go into diving into your thoughts and feelings deeply, make sure you set the scene before you do it. Because for me, if I was on social media, scrolling through social media, or just having a heated chat with anyone, or just having in-depth chat with anyone. It doesn't have to be heated. And then I try to meditate. My mind's still going to be very consumed with what's just been going on. So I'd advise you to at least have 10 minutes. So I'll go for a walk. I'll go for a 10-minute walk. Like I said, no headphones, no distractions, 10-minute walk, focusing on me. Come back and then I meditate. And that really sets the scene. Like I said, then you start with the gratitude meditations. Once you really start believing in it, you see the benefits and you feel the benefits, you're so much more inclined then to want to go wherever the guide takes you, because these are all videos that are guided, someone's talking you through it. And once you really start believing in it, then you can do the inner child work. And this sounds like witchcraft. And if I was watching this video myself 6 months ago, I wouldn't have believed it. But I've been in meditations and visions, images of my younger self came up, and I've then gone as myself now and put my arm around my younger self and reassured him on everything that he thought he wasn't. So for me, my core beliefs about myself was that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't loved, and I wasn't understood. And I've learned two of those through the actual meditations themselves. I always knew that I had this core belief of not being good enough. And I've managed to sit there and think about it. Think about a younger child. What do they need? All they need is some reassurance. And that's massively what I was missing. You know, my father and my mother were present as such. They were always there and available, but they was never emotionally present. And sometimes I just needed that arm around me and just to say, I love you. You are good enough. I'm here for you. Like I say, it sounds pretty like out there. I know I would have thought like this guy's lost the plot if I hadn't heard myself talking that way. But honestly, the rewards are so good. And I feel it now. So I've gone from 4 months ago, I was in quite a bad place. I was dating, but I was very like needy and anxious in dating. I just started dating again now, and I've got none of that. I feel the only way to describe it, I just feel really secure. I know it's not a great description, but I don't need to rush it. I'm really confident in myself. I'm really confident in what I have to offer, and I know that the right person's going to come along, but I can't rush it. And when you do have some of these traits of being anxious or being avoidant, then you're not doing dating properly, particularly if you're anxious at the start of a relationship, because you're going to want more and more attention from that person. And it could be quite detrimental because that could push them away. So, yeah, like I said, all the links are in the group. But what I've noticed, like I say, is I feel really secure now, and I've gone to start dating again. And this is quite a quick turnaround. We're talking like 4 months of solid work. And it just feels so good to be so assured. Because if you've got these deep-rooted beliefs that you're not good enough, even if you're confident enough, and I would say that was me, so I say my conscious part of my brain was always confident enough, so I would try not to project any of this stuff. And I was doing a really good job at it, but still, some of that does come through. Your subconscious will start making decisions for you, make you act in certain ways. And then that's going to either put people off, or it's not going to start the relationship on the right terms. Or it's not going to allow you, if you're in that sort of state, just to like communicate effectively with who you're seeing, who you're dating, whatever stage it is. So yeah, the benefits are absolutely unbelievable. So if you want to start today and you haven't meditated yet, go into the group, get the meditations. Or if you don't want to sign up for the group, by all means, just go on YouTube and just type in gratitude meditations and just start doing some of them, because they're really simple to do. And if you can get into those, then you can feel the benefits, because it makes you feel so good when you think about things that mean a lot to you. So I think about my daughter a lot, and I'll sit there in a meditation being guided what to do with my breath, and then guided what to think. And wow, man, the feeling of it is incredible. And once you know that it's that powerful and you can make yourself feel that good, then you really start believing in it, and you can go to the deeper stuff, the inner child stuff. The only thing I have missed off there, and it's something I've done recently, is so you start off with the gratitude meditations, you do the inner child stuff next. the last meditation you do, and this isn't linked in the group yet, I need to try and find some that are actually on YouTube, because the one that I have was given to me by my coach. And if you want to be guided through all this process, my coach's link is down below. He's incredible, top guy. But the last meditation you do is a combination between core belief reprogramming and your inner child. So you meet your inner child, you go for the normal breathing stuff at the start, get you nice and relaxed. You meet your inner child, then you feel what your core belief is. So for me, mine was like, I'm not loved, not good enough, not understood. And then you ask that part of you to leave you. And I'm there, like a lot of times I'm in this band club where I spent a lot of my time as a youth. I've got my arm around my younger self, and we ask the feelings to come out of us. And then we say, thank you for keeping us safe. Because that's what all of these are doing. All of these insecurities, these attachment traits, are your body's defense mechanism. But then we ask it to detach from us, and we say, thank you for protecting us, but we've got it now. And I sound crazy saying it, but honestly, it is so powerful. And those last meditations I've been doing, which are a combination of the inner child and the core belief, have been absolutely incredible. I've finished doing the meditations, and they're normally about like 20 to 25 minutes. And the high I've got from them has just been out of this world. The best feeling, honestly. And to know that you can do that yourself, sober, is mental. Such a good feeling. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that's cleared everything up. If you do have any questions, please drop them in the comments down below. Feel free to join the group. The Brotherhood of Depth is going to be a group where men like me and you can just talk about this sort of stuff. I want it to be about shared experiences. It's very new. I've got all the resources in there. It will grow legs. It's going to have courses and all sorts. But I just want to try and grow this channel for the time being. I want to try and spread the word. And the reason I'm doing it is just because I've had such a life-changing experience in such a short space of time. And I know there's loads of other people out there like yourself, more than likely if you got this far, that are having these issues and you want to be better. And the good news is, it's not that difficult. You just need to put in a bit of work over a few months and you'll be there. So thank you for watching. Please do all the good YouTube stuff, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.